Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. A little different schedule this week because of Christmas. So no intro. We're just too excited to talk college ball. Ciarnan, how you doing?
I'm doing well, man. The playoffs are crazy already. Bowl games are going to get even crazier. It's a good time to be.
Yeah, it's a good time unless you are, a Texas A&M fan or a Tulane fan or a JMU fan. What were your thoughts in the first round? Or an Oklahoma fan even?
Pretty abysmal. It was pretty abysmal. The only good game that was genuinely fun to watch was Alabama, Oklahoma. And even then, I was like, oh my God, Alabama's so out of this. But fair play to them. Came back in the end of the second quarter and really drove it home against Oklahoma. That was wild. But the other games were miserable.
Texas A&M Miami was a defensive slugfest for two teams that you don't really think of their defenses with. Yeah. I thought it was funny just watching Texas A&M fans' hearts die across the country. I did not find enjoyment in the fact that everyone in the first quarter was tweeting, oh, this is the team you let in over Notre Dame. Alabama is about to get blown out in the worst loss we've seen in the college football playoffs. And then once Alabama came back, it was, well, Oklahoma's a terrible team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
cop-out answer.
Yeah, it's the stereotypical, I can never be wrong because I play both sides.
Yeah. That's perfect. Perfect.
And for not just Notre Dame fans, but every fan base in the country who is not an SEC fan makes the joke, another hypothetical win for the SEC. We're seeing a lot of hypothetical wins for Notre Dame. Yeah. Oh, if Notre Dame played Miami or Texas A&M at the end of the season, we would have won by 40. Oh, if Notre Dame was in over Alabama, they would have beaten Oklahoma by 50. Are you against hypothetical wins or are you in favor of them? Because I can't tell.
Right. Yeah, here's the problem with that whole Notre Dame thing versus Alabama. One, Alabama won. So there you go. You can say definitively that Alabama should be in over Notre Dame. The problem comes with the Miami Texas A&M game because both of them offensively played horribly. Right now, granted, it was a defensive slugfest. I will give them that, but there was no offensive production whatsoever. Looking at those two teams and seeing how they played the rest of the season, and they both beat Notre Dame, I'm kind of going like, all right, well, who is correct? Because nothing makes sense anymore. I don't agree that Notre Dame should have gotten in one way or the other, but that game was particularly bad to watch.
I do think Notre Dame fans are touting as like, oh, we're so much better than these teams.
Right.
And kind of like you allude to, how did you lose to them then?
Yes, that's the other thing.
How can you look at that and go, well, we should have been in over these teams that we lost to. They're both garbage. So you lost to these teams that you're now saying are garbage. What's going on? And I think it does come back to, though, with the hypotheticals that Notre Dame's doing. Again, they do not care about being good. It is an unserious program that does not care about winning national championships once you actually had to play a game to win it. They just want the media to say they're the best and give them a national title.
Which is ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous. It's one of those things where all of these hypotheticals and all of this stuff can be 100% definitively determined if they joined a conference. It's literally that simple.
Or if they didn't bitch and moan, take their ball and go home and actually played a bowl game. If they went into the Pop-Tarts Bowl and won by 50 against BYU, who some argue also was snubbed, then they would have a good argument of, yeah, we should have been in. Y'all messed up. Georgia did it a few years ago. We've talked about this. Teams that get snubbed then go out and dominate. And then I don't want to say people put an asterisk on some of the teams in, but they go, oh, we messed up. We should have put Notre Dame in. And then if something similar happens next year, guess what? They're going to go, well, this same thing happened last year. Notre Dame was left out. They won by 40 against another team we were debating putting in. So we should just put them in because they will win. And I say it every week.
In fairness, that's the same criteria that Alabama has been banking on since Saban left. And unfortunately for all of us, you've actually proven that you can win. So it's very annoying.
Oh, I wasn't shaking my head no in disagreement with you. I'm shaking my head like, yeah, it's a tried and true method that works.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they're still here.
Yeah, it's great. And now that we're talking about it, I have to issue a sincere apology.
Okay, here we go.
First, Alabama, I doubted you. I didn't think you could do it. I thought Oklahoma really broke Ty Simpson. He didn't look great at times. He missed some easy throws, but he also made some really good ones. And also, Connor Talty, I have said some awful things about you to my wife, and you actually looked decent coming into this game and kicking field goals and hitting your kicks. So, Connor Talty, I apologize.
Well, takes a big man to know when he's wrong.
I admit I was wrong. Alabama is good. Alabama is back, and it's over for y'all bitches. But and Ciarnan made a disgusted face when I said some terrible things about Connor Talty. Two things. One, they were all deserved throughout the year. Two, I said them in the privacy of my own home. I did not DM him. I did not send him letters. That would have been worse.
Yeah,
that is unhinged. That's a level of unhinged fandom I haven't quite hit yet, and I hope I never do.
Yeah, no, that would be extreme.
But yeah, and a lot of news coming out of this college football playoff first round. But the big talking point that everyone's having now is, do group of five schools belong in the playoffs? You had Tulane get obliterated by Ole Miss, and then you had JMU, who it looked like early on they were about to get obliterated by Oregon. They did have a bit of a comeback, 51-34 final score there. Alonzo Bear III did have a good game, but a lot of people were saying, see, you shouldn't have these schools in the college football playoffs. Ciarnan, where do you land on this?
I'm torn. One, because I really like group of five schools, and I think that having them in the limelight is good for college football as a whole. With that being said, neither team looked great in the first half. I don't know what it is. Whether it's like the stage got to them or anything like that, but I was not anticipating that talent gap that you were talking about last week to be so extreme. I mean, sure, Oregon has a great offense, and a great defense, but this is the same Oregon team that just barely beat Penn State, who was abysmal. And I would argue all year that JMU team would have beaten Penn State had they had played. So I'm kind of torn between for that game specifically. I mean, they did put up 2 touchdowns in both the third and fourth quarter. JMU did. So like there was definitely a possibility of if they had played like that through the entire game, they might have made it close, but Oregon just looked way too powerful. For the Ole Miss game, Ole Miss's defense was just incredible. They did everything to stop Tulane. They stopped the run, they stopped the pass, all of it. So that was just an absolute beat down. And I think it was also a bit of an FU to Lane Kiffin. It's like, hey, we're still in this, and we're going to show you that we're still in this. So that was interesting. But group of five schools, should they be in? I still want to say yes, but I can't foresee this happening again.
First off, the thing about Lane, he doesn't care. He just got $250,000.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
From LSU because Ole Miss won a playoff game. We'll get more into that and our thoughts on that in a second. I think unequivocally, group of five schools belong in the college football playoffs.
Okay.
Look, the games were ugly. Don't get me wrong. They were not pretty games, which, I mean, we've never seen in the college football playoffs, right, Ciarnan? All the games are always so close. Michigan State has never lost 38-0. Alabama's never lost 44-16. TCU has never lost 65-7 in the college football playoffs, right?
True.
Those just never happen. We have blowouts in the sport. It's going to happen. You're going to have a team going unmatched. The problem is this year, there were a lot of good teams. BYU, Notre Dame, they had a case to get in. But in other years, you have 8 teams that you could argue should be in, and then the last 4 are just crap. So I think if you overlook the group of 5 in its entirety and go, no, you shouldn't be in, it's ridiculous. It's not a national championship. A lot of people are making this comment. It's an invitational. You're picking the teams you want to see, not the teams who are the best, not the teams who have played the best that year, not the teams who deserve it. We're already sort of at that point with teams like Alabama getting in, but they earned it through their play on the field. Mm-hmm. If you're going to give an Alabama 3 mulligans, you can give a JMU or a Tulane 1. So I think you should keep putting them in at the very least. And I don't like saying the sanctity of a sport because that makes me feel like I'm looking down from my high horse on people, but to keep it somewhat legitimate. And yeah, are we going to have a Cinderella run? Probably not. And it's not necessarily a skill gap. It's just going to be a size gap. Tulane, JMU, they have big guys. Don't get me wrong. They don't necessarily have the guys big enough to stand up against an Alabama, an Ole Miss, an Oregon. Those guys get the biggest, I almost use the word we can't use anymore. The biggest dudes on the block are going to these big name programs. And look, yeah, is the group of 5 able to withstand that? No. But also Northwestern, they're Power 5. They probably can't. Rutgers. And
that's
I understand
point,
picking the bottom of the barrel. But you see this size and talent disparity at the highest levels. So you shouldn't just ignore the group of 5 because something could happen. There could be a weird bounce. And one of those schools makes it to the next round. Their enrollment skyrockets because that's what happens. Then they get more resources. Then they can continue to be competitive in this era of NIL into the transfer portal. Group of 5 lives matter. Put them in the playoffs.
All right. Very eloquently said. And it's weird. It's weird that you brought up like the likes of Northwestern and Rutgers because just today I saw a video on the 2006 Rutgers team, and they were at one point they were ranked 7th in the country. Now, granted, it was the AP poll, CFP, that whole crap hadn't come out yet, but that's no laughing matter. Those serious. So, like, yeah, those teams can have 1 year off runs or whatever the case may be. So. Yeah, it's a great point. I like it even if it's for a novelty. I like to see them in there.
That's fair. And also, one last point on this. I guarantee you, if a group of 5 team goes undefeated and you don't put them in, and then some shit poll no one's ever heard of says they're the national champion, they will be the most annoying school in the country.
Yeah.
By far. So if you think every group of 5 schools is going to get dominated once they reach the playoffs, you put them in to watch them get the shit kicked out of them by an actually good team, and then you don't have to listen to that. So
yeah, that's a good point.
UCF and their fake natty.
It's weird to say it. It's kind of counterintuitive, but the way you've presented it makes a whole lot of sense. Even as a watch, sure, we'll put them in. Have them face Georgia's defense. Here you go. And just watch them get steamrolled.
Yeah. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
But we did allude to Lane getting his $250,000 because LSU agreed to pay him that if Ole Miss advanced in the playoffs. I understand you wanted the guy, so you did whatever you could to get him. I think it's a little ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so.
And I feel that's all I can say. Like, I understand why they did it, but I still don't love the move.
Mm-hmm.
Because if Ole Miss is paying this payout, they're getting money from the college football playoffs. Mm-hmm. They get a chunk of money from making it.
Yeah.
LSU is not getting that.
Yeah, my question is, where's all this money at LSU coming from?
Children's hospitals.
Okay, other than that one scandal, I shouldn't say one scandal. Other than that one scandal, where else are they getting this money from?
Boosters. LSU boosters.
It's not.
Run deep.
Forgive me. I understand. Boosters are absolutely loaded, but like, surely at some point this money runs out. I don't get it. I don't get how deep LSU's pockets are. Like, if you said, "Oh, they have a ton of oil money like Texas A&M has," I'd go, "Okay, yeah, that makes sense, right?" You could say, "Oh, the Saudis bought them out." Oh, okay, yeah, sure. But like, where are they getting this from? That's my question.
Don't
look it up because somebody's gonna get assassinated.
This is on the internet, so I don't feel bad. James Bernard Jr. built the Shaw Group, an energy, chemical, and construction company, into a Fortune 500 business before selling in 2013 for $3 billion.
Oh, okay.
He was once named the Tiger Boost Organization's Member of the Year. Yeah. Okay. Now, this is a couple years old, I think.
Yeah,
10 years old.
Billions can last a amount of time. All right. I digress.
You want to know how old it is?
How old?
So I said 10 years old, but just to really put that into perspective, they have Papa John, a poorly photoshopped picture of Papa John with the background removed, but that's not great.
Going back, yeah.
Also, we're just going to go through the top 5. Florida State, like I said, this is 10 years old, but Chainsaw Al Dunlap, ruthless corporate downsizer, while CEO of companies like Scott Paper. He's been successfully sued by everyone from the Securities and Exchange Commission to his own shareholders over accounting fraud, and once physically attacked a critic. They gave $15 million to Seminole Athletic Facilities, and it has Dunlap, a West Point grad, never attended Florida State. Alabama, Bear Bryant's son was their biggest donor. Oregon, can you guess who Oregon's biggest donor was?
Phil Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oklahoma, Christy Gaylord Everest.
What a name.
Stadium's named after. Auburn, Jimmy Rain, the yellow fella, because of Yellowwood. So yeah, see if there's anything else fun on here. Not really. I just saw Chainsaw Al, and I was like, okay, we gotta talk about this. What? There's another Dunlap on the list who donates to Ole Miss. Wild. So yeah, there's some of the fun boosters and where all this money's coming from. And children's hospitals. I cannot emphasize that enough. LSU has stolen from children's hospitals. Actually, an LSU booster has stolen from children's hospitals to give to the university. It's not actually LSU, just so they don't sue us. All right, moving on to other coaching news. Kalen DeBoer to Michigan. These rumors will not die, no matter how many times he comes out and says, nope, I'm happy here, my wife's happy here, my family's happy here, we're staying here. Ciarnan, what are your thoughts on the Kalen DeBoer to Michigan rumors?
No one would willingly go from Washington down to Alabama and then back up north to freeze their butts off in Michigan. Unless he was fired at the same time the whole Sherrone Moore situation came out, that would be the only reason he would ever go. Especially after the win against Oklahoma, there's no reason to go. There's no reason to go even if Alabama gets knocked out next round, there's still no reason to go to Michigan. All cards would have to align for him to make that happen. And that's not to say that another coaching job won't open up in the SEC or maybe even the NFL for him to not go there first. I can't imagine any reason he'd go to Michigan.
No, I can't either, to be honest. I think he has a pretty good at Alabama. I think Greg Byrne is going to be relatively patient with him. I think he understands that, Nick Saban left. That's a big hole to fill. We should not expect it to be the same, which nobody should have. So I don't get, though, how it seems like every time I open Twitter after an Alabama game, specifically a loss, it's the whole country going, Kalen DeBoer sucks at his job. They should have never hired him. He's garbage. Nobody will ever want him. And then Michigan fans, oh, please, Kalen, please come save our program because we hired a pervert. Well, which is it? Is he a garbage coach or one of the other biggest, most historic brands in college football need him to save their program? It can't be both.
Like Notre Dame, it can't be both.
Exactly. So, yeah, no, I don't believe those rumors. I will not believe those rumors until I see him in the maize and gold on the sidelines. And even then, I just think it's an inside job.
Yeah, you're hallucinating.
Yeah. Moving on to other coaching news. There weren't enough perverts on UNC staff with Bill Belichick and his child bride. They decided to go after Bobby Petrino. They're expected to bring him on as their offensive coordinator. I have a conspiracy theory about this. I have a conspiracy theory about this. UNC is trying to position itself to get rid of Bill Belichick next year. They're sick of his shenanigans. They know Petrino also has shenanigans in the closet, but he did keep it under wraps the second time around at Arkansas this year. So I think they want someone with head coaching experience to be the offensive coordinator. So when they fire Bill, he can slide right in like a volleyball player's DMs and take over the head coaching job for the rest of the season. Ciarnan, what are your thoughts?
I don't have any anymore. That was too funny. I literally forgot the whole point I wanted to make about Bobby Petrino. Like, the only thing I was going to say was something along the lines of, like, yeah, it makes sense for UNC. Freddie Kitchens' offensive coordinator it was just abysmal. But like that comment just killed me. Yeah, Bobby Petrino, solid offensive-minded guy. He was a quarterback coach. Bill, it's both a thing that you have a coach that has head coaching experience in your back pocket for if anything kicks off with Bill Belichick next year or even in the offseason to slide him in seamlessly. But at the same time, he started off as a quarterbacks coach. So, he can lead. He knows how to lead an offense, at the very least, develop a quarterback like he did with the Atlanta Falcons and Michael Vick. So, it makes perfect sense for UNC's standpoint.
Well, fair. We actually both like the move. I hope he's at his introductory. Do they do introductory press conferences for coordinators? They have to.
I'm sure they do something. It's just never as big.
At least like the big ones, they probably do. I hope he comes in with a neck brace on. That'd be awesome. It really wouldn't. The boosters would probably be pissed. But moving on to other people whose lives are kind of a shit show. Johnny Manziel. Did you watch Game Day this weekend, Ciarnan?
Of course I did.
On Saturday, not the Friday one. Well, the Friday one was good. Alex Caruso was the guest picker on the Saturday edition. After it was announced the day before that Johnny Manziel would be the guest picker, a lot of people had thoughts on it, that he was hungover, he went on a bender, he was gambling, and he just stayed up all night. Well, Johnny Manziel heard those rumors and released a statement on Instagram. Of course, the big white text on a black background, as people do now. And once this wants to load, there we go. I will have plenty more to say about what transpired yesterday. There's almost nothing on this earth that would have made me miss that game. To all the people that genuinely reached out and checked in on me, I cannot thank you enough. To ESPN, Pat, Coach, Desmond, and the entire crew on Game Day, I apologize. It was out of my control. To the Aggies and A&M fan base, I'm sorry. I will continue to let everyone out there run with a fake narrative And at the end of the day, perception always wins over reality. I love all of you. Genuinely support me through good and bad, like you've all done for years. I have no doubt Texas A&M and the Aggie football program will be back in the position again. I'm recovering and feeling about a 3 out of 10, going to rest up and try and get back to normal. Much love, JM. First off, to ESPN, Pat, Coach Desmond, and the entire crew, what did Reese Davis and Kirk Herbstreit do to you? They don't get mentioned. And look, if you're trying to dissuade, like I wasn't hungover, like I wasn't out partying. I'm recovering and feeling about a 3 out of 10, so I'm gonna rest up. Okay, that just makes it sound like you were drinking. You understand that, right, Johnny?
Yeah. That is the lamest attempt at a cover-up to say, I am massively hungover. Honestly, there are 2 situations that this would have been perfect in. A, if you had genuinely been injured and you posted this saying like, hey, sorry I couldn't make it. Something happened last night. I'm in recovery. That's one thing. To go out and list like you're writing a thesis, just say you're drunk. No one cares that much.
And it's on brand. He said, perception often beats out reality. Johnny, you being an alcoholic is the reality.
Yeah. The fake narrative. No, it's a real narrative that you're just trying to put fake in front of.
I don't even think it's a narrative. I think it's just a reality.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, Johnny Manziel is going after the fake news leftist media, trying to tear him down when he's just trying to be a good, hardworking American. You know what he should have done?
What?
And he needs a new brand management team. I'm available, Johnny. He goes to the hospital.
Okay.
And he just says he got something and he's extremely sick. You don't say what it is, because a man who drinks like Johnny Manziel doesn't go to the hospital for a hangover. It must be serious. You go to the hospital, get some IV. You probably pocketed enough money at Texas A&M to last you a lifetime. Just do that. Then, it's fine. He's actually sick. He's not hungover. Works like a charm.
Yeah. I just thought of another campaign he could run. It provided he keeps up this life of partying and alcohol consumption. What he could do is each time he's admitted to a hospital for an IV bag, he rates the IV on how good it is.
Oh. And then he could get a brand deal with one of those.
Yeah.
Either an IV bag company or one of those, like, I hate that these are a thing, a for-profit IV center, like when you're dehydrated or hungover. I hate that that's a thing, but you sign a brand deal with some of those, you start your own.
There you go. Now
like
the money's rolling in.
Like AJ McCarron's horribly offensive sushi restaurant in Tuscaloosa. You just do something like that. Johnny's Bags.
Yes,
there you go.
That's perfect.
Johnny Manziel, have your people reach out to me. I will do your PR and brand management. I have so many good ideas. Ignore the fact that I called you an alcoholic like 2 minutes ago.
Kev's been on a heater this session.
I'm on a heater bus, maybe getting sued.
Oh yeah, seriously.
But that's
goodbye. It's been fun.
Show. No, Ciarnan, they'll have to drag my corpse out of this chair. I don't know who would be so upset by things I say they would kill me, but moving on to some more lighthearted stuff, Ciarnan.
Oh, good.
And by lighthearted, I mean the most serious thing we've talked about all year. The Pop-Tarts Bowl is back. Notre Dame bitched out, but we still got Georgia Tech and BYU. And I would like to say something. We're going to get into the helmets in a second. I'm glad Notre Dame bitched out. The Pop-Tarts Bowl is too good for Notre Dame. Notre Dame takes itself way too seriously to deserve a spot in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. And really, I think the helmets these schools are going with is a perfect example of that. I could not see Notre Dame doing this.
No.
They would just go, well, we're a serious school. We're Notre Dame. the sprinkles in the Georgia Tech logo,
It's fire.
and then BYU, the sprinkles in the stripe. If I can picture BYU doing something, but not you,
yeah,
you take yourself too seriously.
yeah, yes, very much so. Oh, actually, here's a question for you, Kev. Just as another hypothetical, if Alabama were to make it into the Pop-Tart Bowl, where would they put the sprinkles? Because I'm thinking in the numbers, but
I think just the stripe, maybe.
okay. No, you know what would be great? You do a kind of a retro elephant and put the sprinkles on the elephant.
Oh,
That would be fun.
no, I think you could get away with most Alabama fans who put the sprinkles in the stripe for the Pop-Tarts Bowl. I think if you change the helmet too much, they would riot. Like the old white dudes who are still mad about integration. Those people would riot. Now, can they do too much damage? Yeah, kind of. They did poison the entire East Alabama watershed after they saw a Cam Newton jersey on the Bear Bryant statue. But, yeah, so... Oh, Ciarnan, speaking of BYU and Notre Dame, can you guess which school has more national titles since 1990?
I'm going to go with BYU.
Neither of them.
Ah.
Can you guess who has more since 1980?
I feel like Notre Dame, but is it BYU?
It's a tie.
Oh, okay.
It's a tie. BYU, the last non-power conference national champion in 1984. Notre Dame's last national title is in 1988. Now they do unclaim 89, 93, and 2012. They can't claim 2012 because they got embarrassed by Alabama. 93, they finished second. So, okay, but not claiming that I respect. And then 89, 12-1. I also respect that, not claiming those. But I can see a school claiming them. But yeah, so Notre Dame, it's not a good program. I'm unfair to Notre Dame. It's a good program. It's not a great one.
It's good. They're just annoying as hell.
Yeah, because they want everyone to think they're great. They're not.
Yeah.
They just have really good marketing with Rudy and drunk Catholics in Joe Montana. That's their target demographics, and they hit them square on the head.
It's frustrating, isn't it?
What, Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Oh, buddy, I've been hating Notre Dame for decades now.
Seasoned hater.
Seasoned hater. In high school, I think I told the story before, someone who we went to high school with was going to Notre Dame. He knew that like freshman year because his whole family went to Notre Dame. Alabama was playing Notre Dame in the national title game, so I took his planner the school gave us and wrote Roll Tide in every page for like 3 months, and then I went to the last week of school and wrote Roll Tide across the whole thing in big-ass letters.
I remember this. Yeah. I remember that.
So, yeah, I just got too much Bama in me. And also too much hatred of Notre Dame, which was probably not a popular opinion at a Catholic school, but it's fine. Moving on to schools that might actually win a national title soon, Ciarnan.
Yes.
The FCS playoffs. We've been talking about Cinderella stories for weeks now. There's one going on right in front of our very eyes, Ciarnan. The Illinois State Redbirds, unranked, going into the FCS playoffs. They beat number 16 Southeastern Louisiana. Not bad. They beat number 1 seeded North Dakota State. Then they beat UC Davis. Then they beat Villanova, and now they're playing Montana State. Montana State's path. You had Brawl of the Wild last round, which is exciting. They did have a bye in the first round. Then they beat Yale. Then they beat Stephen F. Austin. Brawl of the Wild last round. Now they're playing the Illinois State Redbird Buzzsaw. Games in Nashville, 7:30 on ESPN. I am glued to the TV on January 5th watching this game. What are your thoughts on the FCS playoffs, Ciarnan?
Exciting, frankly, because if Illinois State manages to pull this off, it would be the party that would occur in both Kevin's home and the state of Illinois. Would be insane. It's one of those things where it should be absolutely it should be a great game, and I think Illinois is on too much of a tear right now, so I'm excited for it.
I'm hoping they can do the unthinkable. Also, this is what their coach looks like, and I just think it's important people know. Again, if you're not watching on YouTube, if you're listening to the podcast, thank you for supporting us, but go check out the Belly Sports YouTube, where we post all our episodes. Look at this man.
Oh my goodness. That's the man you want coaching your football team. Are you kidding me?
A stud.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Big fan.
Forget the group of five. Put Illinois in the CFP.
I'm all for it. They can make Alabama spot they want.
Make Ole Miss play again and have them play Illinois State.
Brock Spack will lead his men to victory. Look at that mustache.
It's incredible. It's actually incredible. It's so good.
This is what football coaches are meant to look like.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just felt it was important we all looked and observed Brock Spack.
No, it was absolutely needed.
Moving on, back up to the FBS level. Jeremiah Smith is already talking his shit ahead of the the Ohio State Miami game. He has said that it is, Cotton Bowl's December 31st. He was asked about Miami's hatred of Ohio State stemming from the 2002 national championship with the controversial pass interference call at the end. They're still worried about it 20 years later. We got something for them coming on New Year's Eve. Jeremiah Smith is a Miami native. Miami, you have the chance to do the funniest thing imaginable. For the first time all year, I will actively root for Miami just because it's going to be funny if they pull it off.
Very true.
With that being said, don't see it happening. I think Jeremiah Smith is right to be talking his shit. He'll get all the attention for it and then go up, probably catch a smooth 5 passes for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's the caveat. Like, I don't know if he's like, obviously he was asked the question, but I feel like, I don't know. It's so long ago. Was he even alive yet? Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. Because he's 20 no, he's 19, 20.
He's 20.
Okay, so he wasn't even alive.
He wasn't. We don't even have to go looking into the months. He was very much not. He was born about 18 months later.
Yeah, so I never understand, like, when reporters are like, oh yeah, do you remember the 2002? No, like, he wasn't alive. He had no context for it, right? Can you feed off the anonymity of, like, oh, Miami fans or whatever being like, oh yeah, Miami, whatever that controversial call was, ended up being like, yeah, but it didn't even happen within his lifetime. That's an insane thing to say. Holy crap, I'm old.
Yeah.
Now I just feel way too nostalgic. I'm talking about kids that are 10 years younger than me, nearly.
Yeah. And he already has more money probably than we will ever see in our lifetimes.
Yeah.
What is his NIL evaluation? That's what I want to know. NIL evaluation. All right. Well, he has an NIL deal worth $4.2 million.
Cool. I'm not even close.
No. Let's you all look at the top 5 for the National NIL 100?
Sure. Is this like total compensation packages?
Yes, and this is all sports.
Wait, we're just doing the top 5. It'll all be football, right?
No.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Number 5, Bryce Underwood with $3 million valuation.
Okay.
So football. Number 4, Carson Beck with 3.1.
Yeah. Okay.
Jeremiah Smith at 3 with a pretty big jump to 4.2, as I mentioned.
Damn.
AJ DeBansa for Utah or BYU. I thought it was Utah. Nope, BYU. 4.4 million. Shout out Brockton, Massachusetts. I can't believe UConn fumbled that hard. And finally, Arch Manning at $5.3 million.
So who was the BYU?
AJ DeBansa.
Yeah.
He's a basketball player.
Oh, okay. You didn't say that.
Yeah, he's a small forward. Oh, yeah. Sorry. No, he's a basketball player.
I was like, I don't think I know that name, but, I could be wrong.
I guarantee you, anyone who is a football player on here, if they're in like the top 20 for NIL, we know their name.
Yeah, exactly. That was kind of my thought process. I'm like, I don't think I know that. I mean, it's possible, but out of BYU? No, there you go.
Yeah. So shout out AJ DeBansa. I'm probably mispronouncing his name awfully. So my bad. We're not a basketball podcast though.
Yep.
Thank God. All right. Ciarnan, can you imagine if we did this also for basketball?
No. No, I can't imagine that.
Yeah, it would just be me going, Alabama basketball is good, and then that would be the podcast.
Yeah, and Penn State is shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ciarnan, after the season, when's collegiate wrestling?
I don't know if it's started already, but it's going to start. If it hasn't started already, it's going to start in the new year. Something right, Penn State's actually good at.
People need to let us know in the comments if this is a good idea. After football season ends, instead of just talking about random shit for an hour every week, Ciarnan spends half an hour talking about Penn State wrestling. I spend half an hour talking about Alabama basketball.
All right. Well, we can't make it all about it, given the fact that this is a college football podcast. But like 2 minutes each, we get 2 minutes each to talk about it, and we can jump off that from now.
I need 5 seconds. Nate Oates, I love you. All right. Going over last week's bets, and then we'll get into this week's. I had Illinois State over Nova. We already talked about Illinois State's on a generational run, so that's a win. And then after that, I just went to shit. Tulane plus 17.5. That didn't happen. The reverse jinx did work. Alabama under 16.5 did not hit, so that's an L. And then Ciarnan. Oh, Ciarnan. What are we going to do with you?
I don't know. Take me off the podcast.
No. I worked too hard to find a good co-host. We're not getting rid of you. Two of Ciarnan's bets have not happened yet. Hawaii versus Cal, and then Georgia Tech in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. So he'll have the chance to go 5 for 5 next week, because we will count that when we record next week as well. But he did go 0-1. He had Trinidad Chambliss as first touchdown scorer in Tulane versus Ole Miss.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went 1 for 3. Ciarnan went 0-1, and we'll see if he did better next week with those two. All right. This week's bets, Ciarnan.
Yeah.
I said it earlier. I'm riding with the Redbirds until the wheels fall off. I have them winning the Natty at plus 280 over Montana State.
All right.
What's your money line?
My money line is this is partially due to the fact that I have to hate UNLV till next year. So my money line is Ohio at plus 215 against UNLV.
That's fair. Another pervert coach.
Yeah. I'm not great at picking things.
Well, I mean, maybe look at the interim boost.
Yeah.
All right, what's your spread?
The spread is for the Rate Bowl, RATE Bowl. It's Minnesota to cover at -2.5.
I like it. My spread, I have Central Michigan plus 10.5 versus Northwestern. I forget what bowl game it was, but
Game above Sports Bowl.
Oh, right. That's what the dumb name. The Game Above Sports Bowl. I hate that.
Yeah, this is dumb. These bowl games are annoying. Pop-Tarts Bowl is good. It's quick, snappy, and it makes sense. The Game Above Sports Bowl. It's just throwing words.
That just sounds like you're watching sports with someone who doesn't like sports, but and wants you to think or wants you to know they think you're an idiot for liking sports.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what they say. Oh, you're watching the Game Above Sports Bowl. I will shoot you. Not actually, because that'd be illegal and rude. All right. And then my miscellaneous, I have Hawaii first drive ending in a field goal made at plus 417. I have faith in Matsuzawa.
Yes. Thank you for getting his name. I did look it up as well. I have a bit of a conundrum, Kev, because I have a reputation for picking Penn State bets and them going horrendously wrong. With that being said, I'm going to stick to my guns here. The Pinstripe Bowl, the total points will be under 48.5. Now, based on Penn State's record so far this year, that is a legit, and Clemson's offensive, I guess, prowess or lack thereof this year. I am suggesting that is a good bet. It's -110 to likely to happen. Now, in fairness, the over is exactly the same, but it's one of those games where they're just going to like put up so many touchdowns in like the first 2 quarters. And I'm just going to sit there at 47 points, in the first quarter or first 2 quarters. And I'm just going to go, are you kidding me?
And then they're not going to score the rest of the way.
I can only pray that that's the situation.
That'd be hilarious. I wish it was like the line was 47.5. Not 47.5. 46.5. Because then they could be tied. And then like a 2-point conversion would make it hit the over, and that'd just be funny to me. All right. Quick recap. My picks this week. I have Illinois State over Montana State at plus 280. I have Central Michigan plus 10.5 for Northwestern. And I have Hawaii first drive ends in a field goal made at plus 417. Ciarnan, for next week, we'll be going over his Hawaii money line from last week, his Georgia Tech plus 4.5 spread from last week, and then this week, Ohio versus UNLV plus 215. The Rate Bowl, Minnesota -2.5, and the Pinstripe Bowl under 48.5. Let us know in the comments what bets you're rolling with this week. And let's try to make some money because God knows Ciarnan and I have lost plenty this year. So we need to start crowdsourcing our bets.
Yeah, seriously.
And Ciarnan, finally, you know what time it is.
Oh, yes.
It's Christmas time.
Woo!
And do you have any Christmas wishes this year?
Yes, I do actually. I'll say my first wish and then I'll save my second one for after you go. My first wish is for all of the hypocritical Twitter know-it-alls to be entirely consumed into the center of the earth so we never have to hear them again.
Anyone specifically you want to shout out there?
Geez, anyone specifically? No, but anybody who mentions Notre Dame should be in the playoffs. There you go. That's who specifically can go to the center of the earth.
That's fair. I feel like I have a lot of Christmas wishes this year.
Okay.
Alabama to look competent for all 4 quarters against Indiana is a big one for me.
Yeah.
I don't think I can handle another first quarter disaster like the one we watched. But a little more out of left field.
Okay.
I want to see Vanderbilt do even better next year. I want to see all their starters come back who still have eligibility left. Okay. And I want them to look even more dominant with a different quarterback. So then we can all go, oh, Diego Pavia was holding that team back.
That's a good one.
Yeah. You got any more?
Yeah, I just off of your Alabama competency one. Yeah, Penn State, could you just do anything to seem like a normal college football program? I feel like I'm that meme of the mother screaming at their child in the back seat. Like, why can't you be normal? And Penn State is just screaming back at me. That's how it's felt all year. So that would be great. The last one I have is here's a little shout out to you, Kev. I hope that your mid team next year goes all the way.
That's very nice of you. I think I already have my mid team picked out.
Oh, do you? Okay. I have not had mine.
Yes.
I don't have mine.
Well,
so
I'm doing an FCS school.
Yeah, I know.
So I already have it, I think, picked out. I have one more Christmas wish.
Okay.
I want an Idaho 1975 throwback jersey, but not the one in their NIL store. That one is disgusting, and they should burn it with fire. I want an actual one of those jerseys, and I've seen some places have them, but I don't know if I want it badly enough to have my credit card information stolen.
That's good.
So I might just buy like one of those reloadable Visa gift cards and just buy it with that. So then, oh, we stole your credit card information. Okay, cool. I'll vote with like the 2 cents left over from this sale.
Yeah.
But no, you talk about the why can't you just be normal thing. That was the cover image for the Notre Dame video I made earlier this year when they first opted out. And I got some real hurtful comments on that. Not hurtful, because I didn't care. Some real hateful comments on that, Ciarnan. Let me see if I can find them yet. And then one not from that video that actually hurt my feelings. I'm trying to load it. Of course, like I can't find it now that I spent weeks getting all of them for it was like, oh, you're a dumbass. Go F yourself. People actually like censored themselves though.
Wow.
I think someone said I looked inbred.
Oh, you went to Alabama, not grew up there.
Exactly. Yeah, go blank yourself. You're an obnoxious moron. And they actually put the blank in.
I feel like if you're gonna say that, just say it. Like, don't put the blank in. That's cowardly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very cowardly. I have so many screenshots of the quesarito being back, so this is why it's taking a while to find them all.
Priorities, ladies and gentlemen, priorities.
Priorities. I've already had it twice since it came back.
Oh my god.
So yeah, just a lot of stuff like that. People call me an idiot, a dick. F yourself, basement boy. I found that one funny. So I found a lot of them funny, right?
Yeah.
And then I posted a video of me breaking down one of the playoff games. And the comment was, this is actually good content. I wasn't expecting that. I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? That was actually hurt my feelings.
That one dug deeper than any swear you could have produced.
Yeah, it was like, oh, I remember which one it was on. Yeah, this content is amazing. I did not expect it to be this good.
There you go.
What? Is it, you're saying you don't expect Belly Up content to be this good? You don't expect my content to be this good? Or you just don't expect YouTube shorts to be good ever, which would be fair, but yeah, so that one actually hurt my feelings. So yeah, you can say horrendous things to me, but if you give me a backhanded compliment, that will actually hurt my feelings.
crushing criticism.
So yeah, but yeah. So if anyone knows where to get an Idaho, an actual 1975 Idaho throwback uniform, please let me know. The Quad Tailgate DMs are open. You can follow us really wherever you get your social media stuff at Quad Tailgate. Tell me where to get one. I need it. I need it bad. And yeah, everyone have a good, safe, fun Christmas. Does your family drink on Christmas, Ciarnan?
I'm Irish. That's like asking
That's
if
fair.
a bear shits in the woods.
I don't know. Apparently, it's weird to some people, like drinking on these family holidays.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, maybe
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah, maybe like some older grandparents might only have one, but yeah, it's absolutely a thing.
No, drinking at all, like having alcohol at these family-oriented holidays, to some people is weird.
No, it's not. It's how you manage the family. Yeah, that's.
Yeah. I think my first time actually getting drunk around my father was at Thanksgiving.
Yeah. It's a national pastime.
Yeah. All right. Well, everyone have a good, safe, fun Christmas. Don't drive when you drank too much to deal with your family.
Yes.
Yeah. So, all right. That's it.
That's it.
They're eating the dogs, Ciarnan, in Tuscaloosa.
They're eating the
you know
dogs.
that?
They were
They're
eating the dogs.
the dogs.
Oh, a meth raccoon.
Yeah.
Just awful. There is nothing good about this. It's the worst possible scenario for the CFP, for the national championship.
Notre Dame is a mid-program with really good marketing.
And the Michigan players are going to look at that, and anybody who's committing to Michigan in the next years will just go, I want to beat them even more. Like, I wanted to beat them when I first came to the school. Recruits are going to see this.
You have, as some fans have put it, a mascot flashing their pop tussie out.
Oh, God, that's going to be part of our intro next year. Oh, shit.